the journey of Joseph and Mary to Bethlehem, and the importance of Bethlehem to the forthcoming birth of Christ. As time passed since the marriage of Joseph and Mary, they lived a happy but simple life as they waited with joy for the birth of their promised son. They carried the secret that Joseph wasn't the child's biological father, but knew that it wouldn't keep him from being a true father. He would be excited, as most men would be, to tell the whole world that he was going to be a father. Mary would marvel at Joseph's anticipation and acceptance in fulfilling God's will in naming and rearing the child as his own. She no doubt treasured these mysteries in her immaculate heart, as she treasured the other mysteries present in her life. From St. Luke chapter 2, verse 19, Mary treasured all these things, pondering them in her heart. As months went by, the child grew within his tabernacle, the womb of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and his time was drawing near. Soon he would be in Bethlehem, where King David was born, where Joseph was born, and where he too would be born into the world. It was during the 9th month that a census was ordered by Caesar Augustus, which meant that everyone had to return to the lands of their forefathers to register and be counted. A reading from the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 4 to 5. And Joseph went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth into Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and family of David, to be enrolled with Mary, his espoused wife, who was with child. It is important to note the significance of Bethlehem being the birthplace of both Saint Joseph and our Lord Jesus for 3 reasons. The first reason, Jesus was foreseen to be a descendant of the great King David, and therefore Joseph, his earthly father, would have to have been of the house of David, who comes from Bethlehem. A reading from 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 12 to 13. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. The second reason, Joseph's reporting to Bethlehem at that time, which resulted in the Virgin Mary giving birth to the Messiah there, also added to the fulfillment of the prophecy of Micah, which announced that this place would bring our Lord to the world. A reading from Micah chapter 5, verse 1 to 2. Thou, Bethlehem, art a little one among the thousands of Judah. Out of thee shall he come forth unto me that is to be the ruler in Israel, and his going forth is from the beginning, from the days of eternity. The third reason, the word Bethlehem, Bet-Lehem in Hebrew, means house of bread, and this is of tremendous significance, since Jesus Christ called himself the living bread. A reading from the book of John, chapter 6, verse 51. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eats of this bread, he shall live forever, and the bread that I will give is my flesh, for the life of the whole world. So just as Joseph of the Old Testament provided bread for his brothers when they saw him in hunger, how much more did Saint Joseph in Bethlehem present to us the true, living bread, Jesus Christ? He held this life-giving bread in his folded arms and guarded it as a storehouse, but eager to nourish mankind. Thus he is praised by 15th century author Wilhelm Nicodemus in his Officium Parvum Sancti Joseph. Hail, glory of the patriarchs, steward of God's holy church, who didst preserve the bread of life and the wheat of the elect. Saint Joseph had to report to Bethlehem, the birthplace of King David, which is roughly 130 kilometers, 80 miles, south of Nazareth, where he and Mary were living. To reach Bethlehem, they would have to cross the rough terrain of Samaria into Judea. Though Joseph would be saddened to not have Mary by his side, he was also hesitant to bring her along, since she was soon to give birth. Concerning this, Venerable Maria d'Agreda reveals the words of Saint Joseph to the Blessed Virgin. My Queen, if God has not revealed to you otherwise, it seems to me that I should make the journey to Bethlehem alone. Yet, although this order to report refers only to the heads of families, I dare not leave you without assistance, nor would I have a moment's peace away from you, for my heart could not come to any rest without seeing you. However, Your delivery is too fast approaching to ask you to go with me to Bethlehem, and I do not want to place you in any risk." And the words of the Blessed Virgin to her spouse: "My spouse and my master, I will accompany thee with much pleasure, and we will make this journey in the name of the Lord. Relying on his protection and assistance in our necessities and labors, we will proceed with confidence." To be sure, St. Joseph and the Blessed Virgin prayed on it, asking for God's guidance in the matter. It was revealed to Mother Cecilia Bage that an angel was sent to Joseph with the answer. During the night, Joseph's angel appeared to him and told him that what he had decided upon with his spouse was in accordance with the will of God, and that he should indeed proceed to carry it out. This message of the angel made Joseph feel completely satisfied that he would take the Blessed Virgin to Bethlehem.